I had whoa, can you hear that? There's a cat screaming outside my door. Hi friends, I'm MC, a knit and crochet designer from Connecticut, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Blame the Knots, on my website blametheknots.com, or here on YouTube where you can get to know me a little bit better. Today is episode 13, I think. It has been a really long time since I have filmed a podcast. Life got away from me a little bit. I was honestly having so much fun doing so many yarny, wonderful, amazing things. So yeah, I kind of got carried away and I haven't had a chance to sit down and do one of these. I do want to take a moment and just say really quickly that I hit a button on my camera last week and things got funky, and I'm not sure if I got all the settings back the way that they were. And we're now at a time of year where by the time I'm able to start filming, it is almost completely dark outside. So lighting and stuff is probably going to look a little bit different. I've noticed that my camera has been having some trouble with focusing in the lower light, so I'm doing what I can. But until then, I'm sorry, and we will work on fixing it. And also, I wanted to make a quick note that we are at a slightly different angle today. I'm normally in this exact same spot, but I'm normally turned a little bit more and facing the center of my room, whereas right now I'm facing the door to my room. But I put up this, well, really my husband put up this pegboard behind me, and I wanted to make sure that you could see a little bit of it, and I have some yarn back here hanging up, and I don't know, I just thought that that was better than my green wall. I do have like lots of other stuff that I'm planning on putting up on the walls, lots of stuff coming and lots of stuff that I already have, and I just need the stuff to mount it. So that is all coming. This room is a constant work in progress, and I'm just constantly trying to make it reflect exactly, you know, who I am at the moment. All right, so with all of that housekeeping stuff out of the way, let's jump into what I am wearing. And what I have on today is my super fluffy sweater. So this is now done, and this is a new design that is currently in tech editing, and a tester call will be coming probably right around when you see this video go live. I know that there are times I've said that before and I have lied, but this time I am telling the truth. This is ready to go. I mean, it's being tech edited currently, but I just need to put out a tester call, and it is ready to get into the hands of some wonderful testers. This is made with Bernat Pipsqueak yarn, which is a yarn that is technically made for like baby blankets, baby things, items. It's super fluffy, hence the name Super Fluffy Sweater, and it is so cozy. And to be completely honest, I have not been able to take this thing off, and I already have yarn coming for a second version because I plan to make another one along with my testers. The one that I'm wearing today, it does have some very subtle shaping around the hem, and I've made a cropped length, and I'm pretty sure that in the pattern I'm going to have a cropped and a full length option. It's really only a matter of just adding some extra length in to the body. And it has some nice big loose sleeves that are just fluffy and cozy, and it's really just like a sweatshirt. Something that's really cool about this yarn is that because it's so fluffy, you don't have to do anything special at the bind off or cast on. I honestly just bound off regular old bind off, and it looks like a finished edge, which is super, super cool. If you are interested in testing, keep an eye out on Instagram. That's where I do all of my tester calls. And this yarn will not be required for testing, but do keep in mind that a yarn that isn't really fluffy like this will end up with a different look. Totally fine with me. If you would like it to look that way, you're just going to, you know, be able to see stitch definition, which you can't see with this type of yarn, and you'll be able to see the bind off stitches, which you can with this yarn. So that's totally fine with me. This yarn is not required, but just keep in mind that it will create a different look with the finished object. Okay, moving on. So I had whoa, can you hear that? There's a cat screaming outside my door. One of the kittens is, I don't know, upset about something. They're fine, don't worry. Oh, she's not stopping. She does this after she uses the litter box, so like, don't worry, my cats are not being tortured outside. She's just letting me know that she's done her stuff. That's all. Okay, so I had a couple of weeks where I was having a lot of pain in my hands. It's just something that I live with, and I basically had to adjust what I was working on. I had to take a lot of time off from knitting and crocheting and just like not work on anything for a little bit. But in the times that I could work on stuff, I was having a lot of trouble working on my current projects. So I decided to switch to something that would use really big needles because I wouldn't have to hold my hands closed as tightly, and because I knit slightly differently. When I use larger needles, I throw instead of flicking. So I thought that that would kind of just like a change in motion might help me. It might be something that would like allow me to keep knitting, but cause me a little bit less pain. So that being said, I ended up casting on and then finishing the Muse Tee by Melanated Boho Bay. And this is knit on size 13 needles. So it went so fast. I think I finished it in 6 days, and I think maybe 2 of them I didn't even work on it. It went so stinking fast. I used, let me hold it closer for you. I used the Little Wolf knits. I held 2 strands of fingering weight in Blueberry with 1 strand of Surrey in Donuts for Breakfast. And these are corresponding colors from Bree's Box of Donuts collection. And so the Blueberry is a tonal and the Donuts for Breakfast is a variegated yarn, but it has the same, it pulls in the same blue that's in the Blueberry. So these yarns were just made to be together, and this still needs an official block. I finished this, and I finished it in the morning and wore it out later that day. Like, and by later I mean like within the hour. But I still haven't like actually given it a wet block, and I think I need to do that because it will help some of the edges lay a little bit flatter. But I love this. I can't wait to wear it more. It is a really great pattern, super quick and easy, and one of those really good instant gratification type knits. The next finished object that I have is actually for spinning, and I finished spinning up my yarn or my fiber from Bricolage Studios, which I got at Indie Untangled. So this, let's see, will it focus? Yeah. This was a blend of several different things. There was merino, silk, Angelina, which is what gives it, which is like the sparkly stuff. There was something else in there. Coopworth, I believe, was in there. Yeah, so I'm pretty proud of this. There are definitely, you know, it's not super even, but I think it's not too bad. And I just finished soaking it and thwacking it, which is so much fun, yesterday. So yeah, my first like big girl skein of yarn, I guess, because everything else I've done so far has been undyed and kind of for practice, and I've kind of known that it wasn't great. Whereas this one was the first one that I was like actually trying to do a decent job, and I think I did pretty all right. Okay, moving into some works in progress. I have a bunch because I have been a little bit, what's the word? I don't know, I've been a little like anxious and unsettled lately, and so I've been bouncing around from thing to thing, and I haven't been able to like settle on what one project I want to work on. So the first thing that I have is, I have to be a little bit careful with this because I am in the middle of my bind off. I have my second Ave Sweatshirt test knit that I'm doing for Brie of the Little Wolf Knits, and the hem looks super scrunched up right now because it's on my needles and I'm in the middle of doing the tubular bind off. So this is using, the pink is, all of this yarn is from the Little Wolf Knits. This is Barbie Girl, and the contrast color I'm using is Troll Boogies, and it looks so good. I can't wait to get this bind off done so that I can like actually try the whole thing on. And I do have actually a sleeve partially picked up already. Like I said, I've just been like a little unsettled and I can't keep I'm having trouble focusing. So at one point I stopped the body and I picked up a sleeve and I did a little bit of that, but then I decided I wanted to go back and finish the body. So I will be finishing off this bind off tonight, and then I'll probably move on to finishing this sleeve off before I pick up for the collar, just because I'm getting kind of annoyed with having multiple things attached to my project at once. So I will maybe get that sleeve done and out of the way. Okay, let's carefully put this back and hopefully not get things all tangled up. All right, the next thing that I have is another test, and it's not much to show at the moment, but this is a sock that I am testing for Lindsay of Always Yarn First, and this is going to be called Boots with the Fern, and I think that is a hilarious name for a pattern, and I love it. You know that I am always here for the puns. So this is a toe-up sock, and there is no, the foot is plain, and then there is a detailing that goes up the back of the leg. So right now I am just, I would say maybe like a third of the way through my foot. So I'm just cruising through stockinette here and there when I can with this one. And then it has a shadow wrap short row heel, which is one of my favorites. So I will get to do that. And then the fun will begin with the lace detailing that's up the back of the leg. This does also have a small lace detailing on the toe. Let me see if I can show that. Yeah, there we go. So there's that. That was fun to do, something new that I've never done before. And also, I have only done one toe-up sock before, and it was the very first sock that I ever did, and every sock since then has been cuffed down. So this was a kind of new experience for me doing this toe-up sock, and it's going okay so far. The next thing I have is another thing that is small and doesn't look like much just yet, but I last night decided to cast on the SEXYgon Cardi, which is a pattern by Knitting Tipsy, and right now it just looks kind of like a doily. But I am using Barocco Zinnia, and let me grab the yarn itself because it's easier to see, maybe. So it is this black yarn, and it has little pops of different colors throughout it. And I thought that that would be really fun in this pattern. And then let me see if I can show you kind of what will happen. So basically what I'm working on is going to become a body and a sleeve. So if you imagine a very small person or doll, like a doll, this would be half of the cardi for them. But right now it just looks like a big doily. So this is something that is not a priority and I'm just kind of working on it like here. I worked on it last night. I shouldn't say I'm working on it here and there because it hasn't even been 24 hours, but it was just something that like when I just really wanted to crochet. I didn't have any projects that were crochet and I just felt like crocheting for a little bit. So I cast that on and then I went back to a lot of my knitting when I had my making time today. Okay, the last thing that I have is actually something that will be releasing today, the day that you're seeing this video, and this is a new design from me, and it is called the Harlequilt. So this is obviously, as you can see, not done, but that's okay. So this is going to be released as a free pattern. It is diamonds and partial diamonds, and now I'm working on another partial diamond, and they will be sewn together and make a blanket. So I am using a Fangirl Fibers Friends Advent. That was hard to say. A Friends themed Advent from Fangirl Fibers that I got last year. And I'm using that to make this design that's been living in my brain forever, and there's nothing like getting it out at the last minute, right? So what I figured is, here's the plan. I'm going to be releasing the pattern for this for free on December 1st, which is today when this video is going live. And basically, I figured I would throw it out there for free for anyone who wanted to make any diamonds with any advents that they are getting, and then it will be seamed together. But I'm also working on a modular version of the pattern, which I'm going to be releasing. The goal is to release it for like the beginning of the new year, so that anyone who maybe wanted to open their advent and then once you've seen all of the colors and you want to work on it maybe in January or February, something like that, you will have a modular pattern that you can do that's not all seamed. Or you can still use the seamed pattern too, if you like that. But I'm doing a modular version where you do strips of diamonds and then can attach them together so that it's still a very portable modular blanket as well, so you don't feel like you're having to lug a whole blanket around with you. So go check it out, grab the free pattern. The diamond pattern itself will always be free, and then the modular construction will be something that releases later that will be a paid for pattern, probably just for a couple of bucks. But yeah, the diamond part will always be free, so you can grab that and make a blanket, a throw, a shawl if you want, anything that is remotely square-ish or rectangular. Okay, so now very quickly into what I have been reading. I finished A Good Day to Pie and The Only Survivors. Sorry, my computer's right here and I'm making sure I'm not forgetting anything. Those were both great. I would say, I think I gave them both 4 stars. They were really good. I don't have much to say about them. And I literally just finished The Only Survivors like 2 hours ago, maybe. So I haven't started a new book yet. So right now, nothing to talk about at the moment in terms of reading. Okay, in terms of life stuff and fiber-related life stuff, I have been busy. So I think the last time that I recorded one of these, I hadn't yet gone to my yoga and knitting event at Madison Wool in Madison, Connecticut. And it was amazing. It was so cool. A couple of my friends and I went, and everyone got like a 10-15 minute massage, which focused mostly on the neck and arms, shoulders, upper back, that kind of thing. The muscles that you use most when knitting and crocheting. And then we had a little like knit and chat. We met some amazing people. All of my friends work with me in publishing. And so we met some people that were avid readers and we got to talking about books. We talked about places we love to eat in the area. We just hit it off so well with everyone that was there. It was the best time. And then to end it, we did a yoga class, and it was a pretty gentle yoga class, which is honestly just what I needed, and really focused on helping all of those muscles that we use when we're sitting a lot and knitting and crocheting. And oh my gosh, it was just the best day. It was the absolute best day. And Madison Wool is going to be doing a few more of those classes, and I am already signed up. I can't wait. I think everyone that was there is planning on doing all the rest of the classes, because now we're just going to be like our own little like knitting and yoga group, because we had so much fun and I can't wait to see them all again. It was just the greatest. I also did a few knitting days with friends of mine, and it's just been amazing. I've been having the best time. I've been having so much fun making all kinds of fiber friends, new and old, you know, just turning old friends into knitters and meeting knitters for the first time and becoming friends with them. It's just been an absolute joy this fall. Honestly, from Rhinebeck until now, I have had so many amazing experiences meeting and interacting with people in this community and bringing people into this community, and it's filling me with so much joy. I'm so excited. I am like just itching to go hang out with people more and more, because it's so good for the soul. It's just making me so happy. Yeah, I'm out of words to talk about it because it's just the best. I'm having the best time in the entire world. I also managed to drag my husband to the Fiber Festival of New England. We ended up going in like the last 2 hours of the event, I think. And I shouldn't say I dragged him. He was happy to go with me, but we barely squeezed it in to our weekend, and we made it there with just a few hours to spare, and we had a lot of fun. It is a much smaller event than Rhinebeck, and especially because we were there at the very tail end, things were quieting down a bit, but it was great. I met a few new vendors that I hadn't seen before. I grabbed a bunch of fiber. I'm not going to show all of that right now because, one, it was a while ago and I don't know if I remember everything that I got, and two, it was a while ago and therefore I have a lot to say today, and so I don't want to have this video going on and on forever just to show you what I got. You will be seeing it as I spin it up. Some of it is already in the process of being spun, so I'll be sharing it sooner or later. But yeah, that was a great event and definitely one that I recommend if you're in the area. Yeah, it will be one that I go to in the future, definitely. Now, since it has been so long since I sat down and filmed a podcast, there are a lot of channel things to catch up on as well, and design things too. So firstly, sorry, I'm just going to keep checking my list over here because I'm never going to remember it all on my own. But firstly, the side-long shawl released. So thank you all so much for your support of that pattern release. And thank you to my testers again for sharing and loving the pattern and doing such a wonderful job with the test. They're all amazing, and it was really fun to see the pattern release and everyone's excitement over it. So thank you very much. In terms of videos that I've posted, firstly, I posted my October stash update, and now it's almost time for my November stash update, which is wild. This month absolutely flew by. After that, I posted my vlog for the Great Garter Bomber test, and to be completely honest, if I didn't have this super fluffy sweater finished today to wear and show you, I'd probably be wearing my Great Garter Bomber again, because these two things, it's like I don't need any other clothes ever. They're just perfect. Always. I honestly just keep going back and forth between this and my Great Garter Bomber. They're amazing. So go check out that vlog if you want to see me making that. Then I had gotten a question about how I wove in my ends on the side long shawl in a way that would make them not visible, because really the shawl is reversible, and so it's great if you can hide your ends to the best of your ability so that you don't have to worry about having one side where the ends are visible. So I posted a very quick little video showing how I weave in the ends on the side long shawl, or really anything that that has an I-cord edge. So that, I mean, it's like less than 1.5 minutes long or something like that. So go check it out if you need a tip for how to weave in ends along an I-cord edge. And then the other thing that I posted just the other day is my 100 subscriber Q&A. And we have passed 100 now, and we're a few beyond that. So thank you so, so much again for your support and for subscribing and liking and commenting and all the stuff that you do. If you would like to get to know me a little bit more, go check out that video. The last thing that I want to talk about is 2 people that are part of the Yarny community and are now part of the YouTube community. So firstly, I want to mention Bree, who is actually already part of the YouTube community, but she has just started a weekly podcast, or actually brought it back because it's been quite a long time since she did a podcast episode, and now she has started doing them on a regular basis, and I'm really excited for this new, not really new, but additional step for Bree. It's so much fun to be able to watch her and get to hang out with her on a more regular basis and see what she's up to. And Bree and I have both kind of fallen so in love with spinning right around the same time. So it's been really fun for me to follow along with her spinning adventures and to watch all of those things that she's working on as well. So Bree already does videos where she does vlogs for her designs, but now she's doing this podcast as well, so you can get a different look into things as they're coming along. And I believe that Bree is also planning on doing Vlogmas this year, so go check it out. If you haven't heard the news about the podcast yet, please go check them out. They're so much fun, and get to know Bree a little bit better. Secondly, I want to mention Akia, who is drcharlieuntangled on Instagram and now here on YouTube. I have interacted with Akia a lot on Instagram. She tested for me. She is amazing, and she also has several really cool designs that are available on Ravelry as well. And Akia just released her very first podcast on YouTube, and I'm super, super excited for this new adventure that Akia is on, and she's killing it. I mean, she's just already got like the perfect personality for it. She's amazing. The video editing is on point. It's so much fun. So I'm already looking forward to the next episode, but please go check out that first episode that she has posted. It talks about her Rhinebeck experience and all the fun that she had and her whole haul and everything. So please go check it out. I will link Bree down below, which, I mean, I usually link Bree in almost every video anyway because of her yarn, but I will link Bree and her YouTube channel down below, and I will link Akia and her YouTube channel down below, and of course the Ravelry stores and Instagrams for both of them as well. Please go check them out and give them some support. I'm really excited for more people to be loving yarn and talking about it with all of us online. It's just a lot of fun to see other people having fun and loving knitting and crochet and spinning and yarn and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that is all I have for you today. It has been a lot of fun to sit back down in front of the camera and do this again. I have lots of stuff coming. Oh, I also really quickly wanted to address that I will not be doing Vlogmas this year. That's just too much for me. I don't think I could handle doing everyday stuff, but I am thinking about doing a series of videos between Christmas and New Year's, because that's kind of a dead time where everyone who's been doing Vlogmas stops posting videos and there's not as much to watch. And I do have a very small series of videos that I would like to put together, and I think that that might be the perfect time to put them out there for the world. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, my normal stuff throughout December. No Vlogmas from me, but like I said, Bree will be doing Vlogmas. I believe One of a Kate is going to be doing Vlogmas, and I really loved watching that one last year. I think Slip Slip Sis, who I mentioned in my YouTubers You Should Follow video, I believe that they're planning to do Vlogmas too, so I will link One of a Kate and Slip Slip Sis down below as well. So if you're looking for more Vlogmas to check out, go check them out. Also, please let me know if there are any Vlogmases that you like to watch, because I mean, there's only so many hours in the day, but I will definitely still always be looking for more people to check out on YouTube. Anyway, now I think I've said all that I want to say. So until next time, take care of you, have a good one, and I'll see you later. Bye.